Welcome back, friends. It's time to talk cards. Today, I've got a VR for the Drew, a Vintage Legacy. Drew has asked me to talk about folks who have not won a World Series.
Hey, loser!
He wanted a few Hall of Famers and at least one person not in the Hall of Fame.
They're not losers. They're just guys.
So let's dive right in. Hello, friends. I am John, and I am the 3D 80s kid. For my first selection, I've got my oldest selection as well. His career span from 1896 to 1916. This guy is really an inner circle Hall of Famer.
There is no inner circle. Oh, there's an inner circle. Oh, yeah.
His WAR is the third highest all-time for second baseman, behind Rogers Hornsby and Eddie Collins, and that is none other than Napoleon Lajoie here with his 1913 game card. And he, in his 21 seasons, never actually even made the playoffs.
That sucks.
One season in 1908, his team finished a half a game out of first place.
So close!
And that, during his career, all there was for playoffs was a World Series. And so he never even touched the postseason in his entire career.
So sad, so sad.
Once again, Napoleon Lajoie. Next, from my 1960 tops, my favorite set to collect is Mr. Early Wynn.
I love you, Early.
23 seasons, 300 game winner, and he played in 2 postseasons. In 1954, he was on the Indians, who unfortunately lost their series to this guy's team in New York.
Hey!
And then in 1959, he was on the losing team once again for the Chicago White Sox. And that was Mr. Early Wynn. For my last Hall of Famer, this is a guy who was on more World Series losers than any other Hall of Famer in history.
The biggest loser in the history of America.
And that is from my 1972 Topps collection, Mr. Don Sutton. He was the unfortunate victim to be on 5 World Series losing teams.
James! 5!
4 of them with the Dodgers, and 66, they lost to the Orioles, 71 to the Oakland A's, 77 and 78 was to Mr. October and the Yankees.
Oh, Reggie.
And then his final World Series loss was in 1982 for the Milwaukee Brewers when they fell to the St. Louis Cardinals.
Sorry, Don.
So that is Mr. Don Sutton, also another 300-game winner himself. For my final vintage baseball card, non-World Series winner, I have brought out the Big Guns. The Gun Show. Time for Mr. Ted Kluszewski.
Gun show!
He made 1 World Series appearance in 1959 for the Chicago White Sox. And in that series, he actually tied what was at the time the World Series record for RBIs with 10.
Awesome.
Which was previously held by Yogi Berra by himself, also with 10. And funny thing I learned looking up these facts was that every person who has equaled or surpassed Yogi Berra as far as RBIs in the World Series has been on a losing squad.
That's gotta hurt!
The record is actually held by Bobby Richardson with 12. And then Mickey Mantle is next at 11, and those were both from that 1960 World Series where the Yankees demolished the Pirates in the games they won, but the Pirates ended up winning the series 4-3, being still severely outscored in the series. As far as those others that also equaled 10 RBIs, we have Mike Napoli with the Rangers in 2011 when they lost to the Cardinals. And then we also had Sandy Alomar Jr., who in 1997 got 10 RBIs for the Indians when they lost to the Florida Marlins. So
much effort, so little accomplished.
That concludes my VR for Drew, who has a great channel. He has an awesome collection that he's had for a very long time and been, built it for over a number of years. Fantastic displays due to his great skill of woodworking. But honestly, my favorite thing about his channel is how great of a storyteller he is. So thanks, Drew, for putting this out in the community.
Thank you, Mr. Drew.
And thank you, everyone, for watching, and I will see you next time.
We'll see you next time.